shield wrong with Nair.
Yeah.
You just get electric.
Yeah,
Electric
right.
or upbeat.
That move is absolutely busted. BeatyBean's kind of... I feel like you still have to like get in and approach. Just get like all of your hits in because Kazuya is kind of big. I'm not going to lie. So it's just like if you can get your hits off, great. If you don't, like if you get hit, you just kind of have to take it. You just have to accept your fate at that point.
But Wheezer seated above BeatyBean, I just noticed.
Ooh. Wheezer on that run. New York's finest.
Well,
yeah.
we got to have the bike specialist show up. You already know how it is.
The bike technician. But I think we might be going to PS2. No, small battlefield. Interesting. I like this. I like this more for Kazuya than I like this for Wario. And that's because Kazuya can do the Ferb tech a lot easier on platforms. Even though he doesn't really need it, it's definitely a plus that he can just get onto that platform much easier than he would on stages like PS2. But can't get away from this pressure that BeatyBean has exerted so far. 82%, and that bike technician stuff coming right immediately off of that platform. Uh-oh.
Yeah, just abusing that Kazuya disadvantage here as Wheezer kind of just swings the pendulum back his way, trying to even those percentage up. I saw the wave dash back, trying to get a little up B off or a DP perhaps. We're going to see a nice little electric right into the up smash. Not going to be quite enough to finish off BeatyBean. We do see Wheezer scouting for that next hit, and that is going to be it.
Yeah, I like the movement idea from BeatyBean. Like, even though he lost bike, he still went for a beer verse up there to kind of mix up his recovery, but Wheezer going to catch that every single time. I do want to see if BeatyBean ever goes for like a down air maybe off stage when he has bike. No, goes for the forward air. That might do the trick. You have a jump? You do have a jump and you air dodge to come back. That dash attack not going to take the stock just yet. But BeatyBean, you can see he's searching for this kill, looking for the chomp. Not going to get it.
Still not quite over for Wheezer at the moment. 150, still hanging on from that bike
Nice.
as well. That is a
What?
heavy beast. That lingering
there you go.
or that forward air, not going to take it, but the second one is going to do the trick.
Even though it's stale, that's crazy. All right, getting that nair off. Oh, missing that landing upper as well. But this bite is doing a lot of work for BeatyBean so far. It seems like Wheezer hasn't been able to like adapt to it quickly enough, and BeatyBean is just making the most out of it. As you can see, just getting these landing up airs, the up air from Wheezer as being an answer to that bike. Interesting stuff so far. We're kind of seeing BeatyBean take control of stage and keeping Wheezer in this disadvantage state. Having Rage Drive, looking for a back air of some sorts. Nice chomp once again. Bike technician.
Yeah, there was a beat on that get-up attack. Yeah, like you were saying before, BeatyBean is kind of just looking to control a lot of the space on stage and leave Wheezer with pretty much no room to breathe, especially abusing a lot of like those disadvantaged options, especially the get-up attacks that we're seeing from the edge. Baited. Is Wheezer's thinking, oh, maybe I can just punish this back air.
Right.
No, BeatyBean's like arced over just right to hit him.
All right, he might be just looking for a nice 1-2 nair into landing up airs into potentially the waft. It is online right now. Yeah, he's just chipping away at damage right now. You don't really need to play too risky. Nice beer reverse chomp. Okay, interesting stuff. BeatyBean still applying this pressure. Wheezer with no real answer so far has been outranged by BeatyBean, which is kind of crazy. I don't really know Wario as a character to outrange opponents like this, but hey, it's working out.
I like to also think that the bike kind of adds a little pressure to the mix as well, because you see like, oh, he's coming at me with bike, let me react to that, and that's exactly what he's looking for.
Gets that down B, gets the command grab again. Waft is still online. Gonna be off a little bit as Wheezer finds the stock. That up B actually killing fairly early. But 72% racked on to Wheezer. Interesting stuff from both these guys so far as Wheezer gets that tech off. Oh my god. BeatyBean, what kind of uppy was that? I don't blame him, but
maybe a little extra something. But he's looking, yeah, to finish the things off with the back here.
Yeah, I kind of like win conditions, kind of just like standing out, because if I am Wheezer, I am scared of Waft just coming out randomly, and so I'm trying to avoid getting hit by these like landing up airs. I'm not even considering the fact that BeatyBean is going to be roll on this, and even Rage Drive for that fact. So it's just like, I feel like Wheezer kind of needs to get into the mind of BeatyBean a little bit more, play some mind games, but the composure from BeatyBean has been immaculate in this game one.
Yeah, that's honestly like one of the best tools that Wario really has in terms of like just the art of war, pretty much. Not like his kit, but like the art of war. Just that constant reminder is like, oh, he has Waff loaded in the back pocket. He can use this at any possible moment for a confirm, or he can just let it rip in neutral when I'm trying to call him out with a move, and I might lose for it. The game, the stock, there's a lot on the line.
Yeah. So BeatyBean gonna go in with a little bit of momentum as we're gonna see Hollow Bastion. These stages are where you can get your first text a little bit more easily. Again, because it's the platforms is a little bit lower, so Wheezer's gonna get it much easier if he can get it. Because BeatyBean has been playing very patiently. You can see him just retreating with these aerials, and once he gets a hit, he makes the most out of it. I feel like a lot of people kind of struggle with that, especially with combo-heavy characters.
Yeah, it's kind of like what we were saying before. Like, you can't necessarily run gung-ho against Kazuya. Oh my god. Phenomenal 1-1 break there into the throw. But you can't really go gung-ho against Kazuya. You really have to watch out your approaches when you're just going up against him. We're seeing BeatyBean kind of just doing a lot of like retreating forward airs, a lot of back airs to just kind of like cover that space if he tries to throw out an option. And it's really up for Wheezer to just throw out something like that to challenge him. You know, good old electric up beam, that'll do the trick.
Yeah, and I feel like with Kazuya, it's like you throw out these moves, and I wouldn't say necessarily get away with it, right? But you can definitely follow up with something as strong as that up B. Even up smash for that fact. Oh, I like that idea.
We're battling.
We're trying to go for some cheese right now, but no more rage drive. It's a little bit scary. Going for the F tilt, but completely missing. Yeah, BeatyBean not looking too hot. I mean, this is just a really good stage pick from Wheezer. Oh, I like that. Just chomping a little bit on your bike just to recover some damage.
Some of that.
The chomp is going to not take the stock just yet. BeatyBean looking for the up B. Oh, I get.
Flew too close to the heavens. I do like that challenge, like you were saying, to catch Wheezer on that high recovery, but nicely done by Wheezer.
Yeah, just avoiding that completely. Gets that dash attack, extends the hitbox just a little bit with bike. But BeatyBean down a stock. I mean, a little bit risky with that up B, but I could understand why he went for it. First tech coming out for Wheezer, trying to get a grab. It's looking tough.
There we go.
F tilt. Waiting for the chomp once again. The up B to potentially catch like an aerial approach, which BeatyBean has been doing a lot, by the way. Nice chomp.
Another chomp to boot. Ooh. Not able to get the down tilt set up. Very unfortunate.
Oh!
Okay, BeatyBean hanging on there.
I feel like, okay, do you waste or do you, not, I wouldn't say waste. Do you try and fish for Waff now, or do you want to save that for last stock? Well, I mean, the answer not is you can't use it at all.
Well, I was going to say you definitely should save it for the last stock, but you know.
It'd be like that, you know.
It'd be like that. It
is what it is. Man, I miss those memes so much. But we're on to game 3 of this set, and two high caliber players duking it out against each other. I wonder what stage BeatyBean chooses, because clearly the small stages, even though Small Battlefield was fine, you still gotta see that Wheezer was like bringing it back. So you really don't want to go on like FD, Hollow, or even like Smashville. Again, the singular platform stages are just a no-go, or even Town and City for that matter. But you can see it come out. They were going back to Small Battlefield.
Well, this did work out in BeatyBean's favor for that game number 1. Like you were saying before, it is still pretty good for Kazuya, able to get the first text off, but BeatyBean did have a lot more of a more comfortable time kind of just navigating the space.
Again, the movement is definitely buffed in this stage because you have 2 platforms instead of 1. So you can kind of mix like up your movement a little bit more, but it definitely does not help Kazuya whatsoever.
No, not whatsoever at all. And we're seeing Wheezer kind of establish that get-up attack time and time over again. I know BeatyBean's taking that putting that in the back pocket of his mind there to punish him later.
Ooh! Wheezer trying to mix up his stuff a little bit more. Good rising up air into that back air. BeatyBean has been really consistent with his combos, but so has Wheezer. As we're playing neutral once again, trying to reset our positioning here, and BeatyBean gonna get the advantage. I think that's the thing that Wheezer really did well on that second game, was not give BeatyBean any sort of room whatsoever to get advantage. Now he has advantage. Now he stands in center stage, and he stands in the lead as he takes that first stock off of BeatyBean. A lot of work now as you're dealing with a Kazuya with rage that's just gonna run away.
Advantage this rage drive. Wheezer just grabbing that stock away from BeatyBean here, but BeatyBean not quite able to shut things down with the down tilt dash attack. Has to go for the ledge setup, but it's gonna be the bike catching you for the stray.
Now, I wonder if he did like a directional air dodge upward, he might have been able to avoid it, but then you risk getting hit by like a back air or something like that. But you still have damage on. Wheezer is definitely in a good position. Verb stack, not getting it.
BeatyBean just using that double jump to try and scout out that electric coming up from Wheezer or a movement. I do like the call out from Wheezer to grab BeatyBean from the air because he has been going for those approaches a lot. But here we go, 1-1-2, set you up in the corner.
Breaks the bike as well, so BeatyBean is gonna not have that for a while. All right, gets it back, gets the double hit off, looking for a grab, gets that forward air. I think what BeatyBean has been doing so well is kind of just eating out a lot of Wheezer's out of shield options because he's approaching a lot with like aerials. Oh, you're dead.
Not quite yet.
Yeah, I mean, BeatyBean's punishes have been good. But it's really tough when you get hit by stuff like electric, and then the up B 79%. BeatyBean again does have waft online, but you have to be really frugal with your usage of it. He's gonna use it immediately. Okay,
just lets it rip.
Last stock, last hit. You don't see this too often, especially in wave number 1.
Yeah, this is just showing that BeatyBean does have the confidence to win this game without waft. You do have a lot of combo potential with Wario to get this hit off. But it's going to be dangerous playing around that electric and that first tech just constantly, time and time again.
Okay. Going for the bike. This is not a lot of really good approaching from BeatyBean. Wheezer's playing on the defensive. It's a little bit of a combo off. BeatyBean looking for a jab potentially. Nope. Gets that back air, trying to send Wheezer off stage. What's the ledge option going to be? What a good jump by Wheezer.
The jump in, fade away, nair to get the hit to the back air. BeatyBean bringing this back against Wheezer, who seems to be just like warming up the more this game goes on. Such a tense situation.
Oh no!
Between both of them, the electric. To the up B, closing the set out. That last stop.
And just get so much damage, get so many of these kills really early on in the game, and then second game, Hollow Bastion, can't really do too much. Just had that advantage. And then in the last stock of that last game, you kind of saw Wheezer, once he had BeatyBean off stage, was so willing to go for these back airs, these nairs, lingering hitboxes that BeatyBean can't really contest. And so just found these kills, found these confirms. And you just had to take it at that point. When you get hit by an electric up B, again, it's a tough reality you got to live with, but that's the beauty of Kazuya, if you can really call it beauty.
I definitely say it's beauty. It do be indeed the beauty of Kazuya. Like in that last game, I was popping off in my head when I saw like Wheezer taking note of BeatyBean's like double jump movement pretty much. Yeah. Like that empty movement to bait out options. And I see he just does nothing. He just nothing. Looks at him and it's like, all right, I'm waiting for like the perfect time to punish this or throw out something. And I'm like, Wheezer, you're cooking here. You're cooking here, bro.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely had a BeatyBean. He definitely had a lot of really cool bike like tech, like throws, trying to get reads here. But Wheezer, again, was just not fazed by that at all. Kind of played the game the way he wanted to play the game. Definitely dictated the tempo. And again, this is kind of what happens when you have win conditions like Rage Drive, right? You get these early kills. You're able to dictate the tempo of this match. You're able to kind of just like be like, hey, you're going to now have to play my game, and whether you like it or not. And it's just BeatyBean really didn't have any answers. Trying to recover. Once Wheezer got that lead, it's just waiting for BeatyBean to approach, whiffing a missed nair, forward air, back air, etc., etc. And that's where he got most of his damage off. Like you can kind of see here, he kind of like gets back on the stage because BeatyBean whiffs that up air, and then it's tough to come back from, because especially when you're catching these landings with electric, which I mean it was just a really good option from Wheezer. That's kind of what you have to do. It was just it's a tough loss for BeatyBean, but something that he can definitely come back from. I think he is one set away from getting in the top 32. Maybe not the way he wants to, but still an opportunity to make that top 8 and payout for this tournament.